Hi Pisces, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nina and today we are doing September predictions for you. This may apply to your Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so it may or may not apply to you. Take what resonates and leave the rest that doesn't. Don't try to force a message if it doesn't resonate. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. What's going on for you, Pisces? Okay, we have the Three of Pentacles that fell out. And also the Four of Wands. Virgo also got this. Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands reversed. Okay. Excuse me. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. Yo, I love these cards so much. Oh my god, they're so nice. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Star. Ooh, okay, all right. I have many thoughts. I feel like I know where this is going. So let's just I hate it here. Okay. Pisces. So I feel like what you're dealing with right now is kind of an imbalanced relationship where you might be putting in more effort, more energy, more than someone else. It kind of feels like you're taking on the heavier load within a dynamic, whether it's a friendship, whether it is a romantic relationship, whether it's with a family member, whatever the case might be, whatever situation you might be in, it kind of looks like one of those things where you are putting in more of your energy. You are putting in more of everything. You know, you're investing yourself so much more and someone else isn't reciprocating that sort of thing. They're not doing the same thing. And so like there's just instability within this dynamic or within this situation, and there's a lot of inconsistency here. And I feel like what the cards are trying to tell you is to preserve your own energy if this person simply isn't going to be doing the dirty work along with you, right? So we have the Three of Pentacles, which talks about teamwork and collaboration, but we also have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is telling me that there's inconsistency. Things are very hot and cold. Things are very just very on and off. That's the word. I was blanking out there. So this is telling me that you require teamwork and collaboration within a certain situation, right? Within building a strong and sturdy foundation. Four of Wands reverse is telling me that this foundation is very unstable, it's unsturdy, it's unreliable. It's like a house of cards, I guess you could say. You know, one blow of the wind and, you know, everything just comes crashing down. And it feels like there is an unwillingness, whether it's from you or another person, there's an unwillingness to be consistent, or there is trouble with someone being consistent, whether, you know, they're consciously doing it or whether it's unintentional, right? But I feel that whether or not it's intentional or unintentional, the cards are saying that you need to be preserving your own energy. If you are the one who is overexerting yourself and, you know, trying to build this solid foundation while the person, you know, is basically lagging behind. You need to be preserving your energy. And I feel like the cards are saying that you need to look at things analytically and really objectively within the situation, and not just give this person the benefit of the doubt or one too many chances. Because with the Two of Pentacles here, this is showing me like you're struggling to keep things afloat. You know, like this mom, she's carrying two of her kids, and you can already see that, you know, she's struggling to carry them both. You know, I can imagine, you know, little kids, they're fucking heavy as shit, bro. And they want to carry, they want you to carry them all over the place. Like, it's too much. I feel, so I feel like that is what this is saying here. don't bite off more than you can chew, okay? So again, whether it's a relationship where you are putting more than you need to be doing, but also like don't offer up your services all of the time. You know, don't offer yourself up to help people all of the time. Because I also know that you can be someone who, you know, you want to help people, you want to serve people, you know, you want, like you want to be the person who, I don't want to say like, I don't want to call you a martyr. I'm trying not to do that. Like you want to be able to almost like sacrifice yourself for other people. Like you're very okay in sacrificing your own well-being. I feel like a lot of the time, sometimes you are okay with sacrificing your own well-being as long as it, you know, pleases other people. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you get a sort of sense of satisfaction from that. And the cards are kind of saying, be careful of overdoing it, because it feels like you might overexert yourself, especially for people who either don't deserve it or for people who like need to learn how to do it on their own. If that's not resonating for you, maybe there's like a project that you are working on, and it kind of feels like for some of you, maybe you're trying to skip over certain steps, right? And maybe that's why we have that Four of Wands reverse, right? You're trying to skip steps. You're trying to skip over building this foundation for the project, right? You're trying to avoid basically dealing with the tedious work that no one wants to do, right? Like, for example, let's say you're building a business, right? And let's say you want to have an art business or whatever. And, you know, you just want to go right into the art, right? And you want to, you know, create a website and do like make little business cards and all of this other stuff, and like do collaborations with people. But it's like, hey, first let's work on building our skill in the art, and then let's work on slowly but surely building ourselves up within that business, whether it means gaining a following on social media or offering up services or whatever it is. Like you need to start somewhere rather than just trying to go straight to like the big bucks where you're like selling your art in art museums. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to work your way up, and it kind of feels like you are trying to rush through that process. You know, Knight of Pentacles reverse, trying to rush through that process, and whenever you don't get that instant gratification, you kind of want to give up on it and start on something different and start on something completely new and just scratch the idea. And so what this is kind of saying, like, preserve yourself. Preserve yourself, you know, save yourself the energy of starting something and trying to like skip over that, like save yourself the time, save yourself the energy of trying to do all of that, right? Four of Pentacles, preserve your energy, preserve yourself, and work smarter, not harder. You would end up working harder by trying to skip over the foundational stuff and going straight to the big dollar stuff. You know, you hurt yourself more in doing that. So preserve your energy and just start small and work your way up. You know, you have to start from the bottom and work your way up the ladder. So with the King of Swords, this is saying, this is saying to think ahead, think 10 steps ahead, right? If you're trying to build a business, for example, think of it like a chess game, right? You have to plan everything out, right? What is your aesthetic going to be? How do you want to market yourself? What is your brand name going to be? What kind of art will you be selling, for example? How are you going to gain an audience? How are you going to afford these things? What resources and tools do you need? All of that sort of stuff. You know, are there any connections that you can use, or how can you make connections or network with people who may be of use to you so that you can build your way up, right? Again, and that's kind of where this collaboration also comes in, where it's like maybe you need the help of others, and maybe you need some form of partnership or collaboration to help you work yourself up. You know, you don't have to do everything alone, right? Two of Pentacles, you don't have to carry everything on your own. You know, you don't have to do all of the heavy lifting on your own. You know, again, work smarter, not harder. If there's someone who can help you, if there's someone who is better at something who can help you, ask for their assistance. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what that seems to me, Pisces, is if there's a dream that you are working towards, it's so cool. And I really feel like for a lot of you, it has to do with something with art, because you are such creative people. But also with the Ace of Wands, there's like a paintbrush, and I love it so much. That's under the bottom of the deck, which is the star. Bottom of the deck, like, I feel like some of you do have that dream. You have a North Star that you want to follow. You know what your purpose is. Maybe some of you really know what that purpose is, or you're discovering what your purpose is, and you really want to follow that, right? Like, you found it, and maybe you're fixated on it, and you just want to go and just be able to live out that dream, right? But the cards are saying it's going to take a lot more discipline and commitment and patience in order to be able to live out that dream. It's not something that's going to be that's going to happen overnight. It's not something that's just going to be handed to you on a silver platter. It's not something that is just going to fall out of the sky. It's going to take a lot of commitment on your end. It's going to take planning. It's going to take a lot of objectivity. It's going to take a lot of strategizing and really like having an idea. And it doesn't have to be like a perfect, super well-rounded, like 100% like completely clear plan. No, you can have a general overall plan to, you know, work your way through everything, but that having a general plan is so much better than not having any plan at all. So this is kind of saying, like, have a general idea as to what you need to do, how you're going to market yourself, for example, that sort of thing. It's going to take a lot of commitment with that. In terms of like dynamics and relationships and things like that, again, whether it's platonic or romantic, this star card is this to me kind of refers to a few different things. This can refer to you putting someone else on a pedestal, you know, you kind of worshiping someone. Who in the hell is parking in my shit, bro? Who in the fuck is this? Oh, okay, they're just doing a U-turn, okay. Yo, the way Cancer just be like, who's going into my home? Who's parking on my lot? The star card could be telling me that you were putting someone on a pedestal and worshiping someone and like seeing them as the star of your life. You know, they're the center of your attention. They're the sun, right? That could be one thing. And it's almost like because maybe you put this person on a pedestal so much and you worship them so much, you're willing to pick up on their slack because you want to make things work out, right? Because you have genuine affection for this person, or again, you have an idealized version of them in your head and you just want to make them happy, you want to serve them, whatever the case may be. But the cards are saying, if this person isn't reciprocating the same energy, if this person isn't doing their due diligence within this dynamic, again, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship, you need to be preserving your energy for people who actually deserve this sort of adoration or this sort of worship. Don't just be handing around this adoration to anyone, because that's how you get taken advantage of. And I know that a lot of you may have really pure hearts and you might have the best of intentions, but not everyone does. And it's important for you to guard and protect yourself so that you don't end up getting fucked over. That's just the reality of the situation. Don't bite more than you can chew within a dynamic, okay? Because that's how we have these broken foundations. That's how we end up with relationships that don't end up working out, or friendships that don't end up working out, because one person is doing all of the work while someone else is just lounging in the back, you know, taking advantage of the shit. And that's not okay either. That's not a healthy relationship. That's not a healthy friendship at all, by any means. So yes. So with this King of Swords, you know, within the month of September, it's really important for you to take a step back and look at the situation objectively, and without letting your emotions or your attachment or your affection towards this person skew you in the wrong direction, or skew you towards doing things that don't benefit you, that don't help you, that drain you of your energy. And again, like, if this person is doing it unintentionally, have a conversation with them, talk to them about it, and see, you know, what's going on. Why are they failing to put in their end of the deal? You know, what's going on? Because people, you know, relationships can't always be 50-50 all of the time. We always are going through something. But if it's happening all of the time, and if this person, genuinely doesn't have anything that is preventing them from putting in their best within the dynamic, you need to be having a conversation with them and, you know, see what's going on. And if you do have a conversation with them and if they blow you off, then you need to be honest with yourself and you need to ground yourself and see, okay, am I going to continue allowing myself to be taken advantage of? Do I want to continue being in a dynamic where I'm putting my best foot forward and this person doesn't give a shit and is just expecting me to do all of the work? Do I want that, you know? And the Star card, finally, with the Star card as well, this is kind of saying, you know, take matters into your own hands rather than kind of passively hoping that things get better. Because if you have that passive hoping, that's only going to build up resentment within yourself, because you're likely going to feel frustrated at the fact that they're not giving you the same energy that you're giving them. And if you're not talking about it, that's like, I am sure that you'll end up kind of acting out passive aggressively towards them because they're not giving you the affection or the attention or the reciprocation that you might expect from them. So yeah, you got to take matters into your own hands rather than kind of like being passive aggressive about things or just passively hoping that things get better or that they end up taking initiative and, you know, that sort of thing. You know, it's probably not going to happen especially if they're completely unaware of it. So again, have a conversation if you need to. So yeah, that's basically what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that resonates. I hope you were able to get something out of this. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at sinfulpluto.com. If you want to find me on social media, I'll be linking that down below. And yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.